I'm Amanda from Life Unravelled, and we're here to unravel life's little mysteries. In this unit, we're talking about arts and craft and toys. For 4-year-olds, they're just full of curiosity and they love doing art and craft. They're learning to cut with their fingers, like with scissors. They're learning to use their knives and forks. They're learning to paint and to draw, to hold their pencil properly. There's so many things that they're doing, and the more that they do it, the better they're going to get at it. They're developing physically, they're growing up so quickly. Their social understanding has just increased tenfold in this last between 3 and 4 years of age, and it's going to increase 100-fold in this age group. They've got lots of hormones going through their systems. They're very emotional, but they're learning to cope with those emotions. They've got a spiritual side. They can see the beauty in things, and they're also developing intellectually. They're like little sponges. They love information. More information that you can give them, the better it is. The more detail you can give them on any topics, and they love dinosaurs often. It's amazing if you see them. Some of them know so much information about dinosaurs, and you just think, how can they keep all that information in that little head? But it's not just dinosaurs. They love animals. They love as much information as you can give them. And children learn by observing it, and then by problem solving and seeing how they can do it, and then by doing it again and again and again and again. And it's that repetition that often people think or don't give the children enough repetition. They don't think it's that important. But it really is. It's the way that kids learn. Now, we also need to understand that they learn by visual, kinesthetic, and auditory learning. So visual is your eyes, kinesthetic is your hands doing things, and auditory is your ear, oral learning. And if you can give your children an experience with all those different aspects of learning, you'll find that they'll learn much better. They will have a preference, but not just at the moment. They're probably finding that they're learning by using all of their different senses and by doing things so many times. Let's look at 5 different aspects of art: painting and drawing, paper construction, woolen materials, Play-Doh and clay, and art and craft essentials. So painting and drawing. What are the benefits of actually doing painting and drawing? And is it really necessary? Because it gets very messy. But I'm telling you that it is the best thing that you can do for your 4-year-old. The more that they paint, the more that they can visually see what they're creating. It helps with their fine motor. It helps with their gross motor as well. It helps with their intellectual development, with their development of their math skills as well as their English skills. It gives them a feeling of self-worth to be able to produce something so wonderful, and especially if you put it up on the fridge, they'll feel so proud and they'll want to do more and more, and that repetition is great for them. It shows that they can learn perseverance. So they spend time doing it. They do it for longer. Maybe you can suggest, oh, that's really great. Why don't you put a flower there? Or, oh, did you remember to add the dog to the family? So you can give them guidance and get them to do their painting or drawing for a little bit longer and put in more and more detail. And the more that you do this, what you'll find is that the more perseverance that they'll learn. And they also learn their creativity, or they get to apply their creativity. And some kids find it really tricky. They see things that are around and they want to produce it exactly the same. And they need to learn that they need time, and it's not going to be exactly the same, but they need to do it lots of times to get it better, to the point where they're really happy with it. painting. What equipment do I need to be able to do painting? Well, I find that you can get brushes and paint pots, but I just use plastic cups for the paint pots. Getting acrylic paint sometimes can be a little bit messy, but there's poster paint. So there's often art and craft shops that you can get them from, or you can just go down to Kmart, Big W and those sorts of shops, and they will sell the paint. You can go online to some education suppliers and they will also supply big tubs of paint. You can look at watercolours. Now watercolours are not as dark as poster paints, but they're often really nice to play around with. And seeing the kids using different types of paint really gives them an idea of how to make and create different types of things. They could be using crayons and pastels, and often what's wonderful is that you can draw with your crayon and then paint over it, and the crayon part, the wax part of the crayon, doesn't actually come up, it stays white. You can see some drawings here, some examples. Sometimes using your hand and drawing around your hand and then painting that, drawing some shapes and then painting some of the other parts around. That gives some incredible artwork, and it's really easy for the kids to do, and it's great for displaying. I love a book called Art Attack. Oh, it's a series, and it's by Neil Buckerman over in the UK. And if you Google it, they have great ideas for kids to be able to do a whole heap of different art activities. There are also heaps on YouTube if you Google it on YouTube. So you can just look around for finding lots of different types of paintings that you can do with the kids. Chalk drawing on the driveway or on some cement is great. You use a hose and it just washes straight off. Making hopscotches or drawing their name or doing hearts or circles. As they get better and better, they can do different style cartoons and things like that. It's interesting if you are walking around town and you see someone doing chalk drawing on the pavement. It shows the children that it is something that you can do, and it's something that you can do as an adult. So what are some of the steps that you need to do to make a really good painting? First of all, draw the outline in pencil, and that really gives them a defined object that they're going to do the paint, whether that's drawing the outline of your hand or the outline of the figurines that they're doing. Whatever it is, you just need to draw that outline in pencil. Then you paint the features of that object. Once you've painted the features of that object, then you start to do the background. Now that may seem like higgledy-piggledy that you should do the background first, but this way you don't have to let it dry, and you'll find that your figures really pop out. I've also used permanent marker or a dark felt pen to go around the object that the main object of their painting, and that really defines that object. Now they can do it themselves. They're quite capable. It's quite amazing to see what they can actually do. We're going to stop it there for part 1. Part 2 is going to go through some more of the different types of art that you can do. I hope you're learning lots and having lots of fun with your little one. Look forward to seeing you in part 2. See ya! This video was produced by Imagination Pty Ltd for Life Unravelled. All advice and information given during this course is designed for general use only. If you have any concerns for your child, please seek professional advice as soon as possible. For terms and conditions, please see website www.lifeunravelled.com.au.